Through the ages, humans have always looked for solutions to heal illnesses and reduce pain and suffering. Societies all across the world relied significantly on magic, spiritual and supernatural methods known as black medicine, and mystical remedies before the development of modern medicine. Though these customs differed greatly throughout civilizations and historical periods, ritual, belief, and the paranormal were common themes. In ancient Mesopotamia, illness was frequently linked to demonic forces or the rage of the gods. Herbal treatments, priestly ceremonies, and prayers were all used in the cures. In order to cast out evil spirits, the Asu, physician, and Ashipu, exorcist, worked together and mixed herbal medicine in combination with spiritual and magical cures. In the same way, health and the gods had a close connection in ancient Egypt. Spells and magical incantations are mentioned frequently in the Ebers Papyrus, which dates to approximately 1550 BC, in addition to herbal cures. Egyptians thought that diseases may be caused by demons or the anger of gods. Medical and magical aspects were frequently combined in their treatments. Mystic cures were also widespread in ancient Greece. Hippocrates and other early physicians began laying the groundwork for modern scientific medicine. Patients sought divine help from Asclepius, the god of healing, at temples devoted to him. In these so-called Asclepiaea temples, patients received both medical care and religious ceremonies, such as dream incubation, in which they slept in the temple and awaited healing dreams from the god. The Romans learned a lot about medicine from the Greeks, but they also had their own bizarre beliefs. A lot of people used amulets, charms, and magic. They frequently contained prayers to the gods and symbols made to protect them. In Europe during the Middle Ages, medicine was a complicated mix of old knowledge, superstition, and religious influence. The church was very important, and many people thought that getting sick was God's way of punishing them. People believed that saints and relics could heal, and going on pilgrimages to holy sites was an expected thing to do. People often used leeches and drew blood because they believed in humoral theory, which said that illness was caused by an imbalance of body fluids. The humoral theory, which dominated medical thought from ancient Greece through the medieval period and into the Renaissance, posited that health was maintained by a balance of 4 bodily fluids or humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. This theory, rooted in the works of Hippocrates and later Galen, suggested that each humor was associated with specific qualities: hot, cold, wet, and dry, and elements: air, water, fire, and earth. The humoral theory went beyond just explaining how bodies work and included ideas about the universe as a whole. People used to think that things like the seasons, weather, astrology, and food could change the balance of humor in the body. On the other hand, medicine made a lot of progress during the Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 14th centuries. Scholars like Avicenna ibn Sina wrote comprehensive medical texts such as the Canon of Medicine, which combined knowledge from Greek, Roman, Persian, and Indian sources. While scientific approaches prospered, mystical and spiritual healing practices continued, including the use of talismans and the chanting of verses from the Quran. The Renaissance age revived interest in ancient texts and brought about a fascination with alchemy and the occult. Alchemists like Paracelsus sought the philosopher's stone, a substance believed to give eternal life and cure all diseases. Paracelsus himself was a controversial figure who combined chemical knowledge with mystical ideas, using minerals and chemicals in medicine. Paracelsus, born Philippus Aureolus Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim in 1493, was a Swiss physician, alchemist, and astrologer. He traveled extensively across Europe, acquiring knowledge and experience in various medical traditions. Paracelsus, like many alchemists, was fascinated by the concept of the philosopher's stone, a mythical substance believed to transform base metals into gold and give eternal life. While the literal pursuit of this substance was an alchemical mission, it also symbolized the transformation and perfection of the body and mind of a person. Paracelsus's work in alchemy was not simply about material wealth, but about achieving health and spiritual enlightenment. During the early modern period, Europe was gripped by fears of witchcraft. Many women, often healers or midwives, were accused of practicing dark magic and causing harm through curses or potions. The infamous witch hunts led to the persecution and execution of thousands, highlighting the dangerous intersection of medicine, superstition, and social hysteria. The development of Franz Anton Mesmer's hypothesis of animal magnetism occurred in the 18th century. Mesmer believed that diseases might be treated by controlling the body's natural energy flow. Mesmerism is the term used to describe his methods, which included the use of magnets and hypnotic states. Mesmerism, despite being mostly disregarded by science, served as an inspiration for the rise of hypnosis and psychosomatic medicine. Samuel Hahnemann pioneered homeopathy, which flourished in the 19th century. Based on the idea that like cures like, this alternative medical approach treated illnesses with greatly diluted drugs. Even though conventional doctors criticized homeopathy, it nevertheless grew wildly in popularity. Prescription medicines, which were frequently sold with pretentious promises and enigmatic ingredients, grew around the same time. A lot of these so-called medicines were either dangerous drugs or little more than placebos, demonstrating how quackery and commercialism were intertwined. Despite major advances in medical science during the 20th century, magical treatments continued to exist in different forms. Acupuncture, Reiki, and crystal healing are examples of alternative medicine that have gained popularity. These approaches frequently highlight the interlinked nature of the mind, body, and spirit, using both traditional and contemporary spiritual practices. Witchcraft and folk medicine have seen a rise in popularity in recent decades, frequently as a result of larger New Age and neo-pagan groups of people. Those looking for alternatives to traditional medicine embrace practices like herbalism, tarot reading, and energy healing, which reflects an enduring human longing to find meaning and healing in the mystical and mysterious. In conclusion, the evolution of medicine over the ages has been remarkable, extending from esoteric remedies to modern discoveries in science. Over the millennia, humanity's search for healing has combined the experimental, spiritual, and practical, creating the modern medical treatments we rely on today. The legacy of our past serves as a constant reminder of the interdependence of knowledge, belief, and the human experience as we continue to explore new health frontiers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Subscribing is completely free and it really helps us out, so you can stay updated with our future videos.